looks like it's not going to get any better starting in New York City tonight.
All right, Karen. Hey, we got a really weird story out of D.C. You're going to watch this. Now, somebody decides they're going to Twitter everybody else and do a little Facebook and invite people to one street corner to have a snowball fight. Do I have that right, John Gonzalez with WJLA?
You got it right. Somebody doesn't like the snow today. You know, on top of the extremely messy roads here in D.C., there was a mess of a different kind in the downtown area. What was supposed to be, Drew, a friendly, massive neighborhood snowball fight turned chaotic and unruly when a D.C. police detective's personal vehicle was pelted with several snowballs. Drew, he jumped out of his truck with his gun drawn and began threatening people, began threatening them to put them in jail. Now, you know, this massive neighborhood snowball fight was announced early this morning through social websites such as Facebook and Twitter. By 3 o'clock today, 200 people were here for that snowball fight in the middle of downtown D.C. Now, police officers did arrive when some of the cars driving by became involved, found themselves in the snowball crossfires, if you will. But, of course, things got much more serious when that plainclothes detective jumped out of his truck with his gun drawn. Needless to say, a lot of folks dispersed when they saw those guns.
Just a total weird story. What's with this cop?
We don't know. You know, his name hasn't been released. We got a statement from MPD, Metropolitan Police, today. They said that, you know, he wasn't the only one that drew his gun, actually. There was other officers that drew their guns because they got a 911 call that a man was at the snowball fight with a gun. Well, when the officers realized, well, wait a minute, this guy's one of ours, you know, they obviously put their guns back. They said tonight that, you know, they're going to investigate to see if the detective was in the wrong. They say that considering the circumstances, their officers, their uniformed officers, did the right thing. But they're going to investigate this.
John, let me just ask you, because we're seeing the video there, and I just want to make sure that we're clear, because we see a uniformed officer carrying a gun. Is there a plainclothes officer in that parka who is the person who actually drew the gun first? I don't want to unnecessarily besmirch or, you know, this guy right here. You see him?
There's an African-American officer, plainclothes detective. He's also holding a walkie-talkie, if that helps. He's holding a radio.
So it's this African-American detective in plainclothes who was first to pull out the gun, and then the responding officer in the uniform was responding to a call of a man with a gun.
Exactly, and like I said, when they arrived, they realized this is a detective for our police force. So, you know, you had at least 2 guns drawn. What was supposed to be just a joke, you know, a fun snowball fight here in downtown D.C. definitely turned ugly.
All right, well, we're going to have to follow this one. It's probably going to turn into a little political dust-up. I know the mayor says that they're already investigating it. Thanks. John Gonzalez, WJLA, on one of the weirdest stories of this crazy snowstorm. Beauty